ask.
Oh, should I hit the button?
Is it on? Yeah. It's on my internet. Yes, it does.
Let me know when you want it to start. We're still waiting on it was a government house.
I think it is.
Supposed to be government house. Tina?
Yes.
Mel and Patty? Yep. Could I get you guys here for a second?
Okay.
So we've been advised not to answer questions. I know you guys have a lot of questions.
No, this is our show, we totally
We should
understand.
announce that, because I want to make sure everyone understands that.
Yeah.
We have kind of informed them.
Yeah.
I've had a Facebook group. I shared your.
No questions?
And I'd also like everyone to know that there haven't been any decisions at all
Right.
about breaking ground or anything, so we don't know anything, we probably know less than you guys,
And so you'll get educated.
and we'll get educated.
But we so appreciate it. Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody knows that, they're not shirking questions. She's kind of
Oh,
shirking.
okay.
At the end of the presentation.
They can ask questions.
Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're not waiting,
That
they
would-
got the packet there,
That
when
would
we're
be
done, you
helpful.
can look.
If we could ask you
Take it
guys
with you.
questions.
Yeah, essentially, like if we say the wrong things answering questions, we have to recuse ourselves from voting for
Right.
or against
Right.
this. So you
Yeah.
guys could potentially lose an ally or
Right.
whatever, so.
So,
Right, no, we
just
get that.
sit and,
It would be helpful for me to know what vision you guys have, and just, like, so you know, I've asked for
The no option.
the planning of the park, the property.
Yeah.
and
we're gonna-
we'll make it clear. This will
With
tell
this
you
piece.
everything.
Yeah.
All of
Sweet.
this, it's gonna
You
be
guys do have
available.
packets we
Yeah.
can take back with us at the end, or an
We're still
email,
out
like, okay,
I didn't wanna, we were still editing it.
Okay.
Up to the
No
very
problem.
last minute, so I didn't feel like that was.
cool. I just wonder how detailed are the notes I'm taking on this.
Oh,
but
it is
you-
in seconds.
Okay.
But when they're trying to summarize that, so we've run rehearsals of it.
Is there a way you can share that? On YouTube?
Yeah, you'll get us all of this presentation itself, copy. Okay.
But no, you're good.
It's up to you guys on when you want to get started. The only one we're waiting on is
Elsa, yeah. We a little bit.
Was she at the, I couldn't see it.
Do you know where the bathroom is?
Yes.
And these for you.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for returning my call. Lisa.
Lisa.
It was over the commission. Can I call you? I'll call you too. You didn't return my call. That's okay. I know. But it was after the fact and it probably
Yes.
You guys should stay
my survey rocks.
All right, you guys, thank you for coming this evening. My name is Ryan Hill. I'm just helping facilitate this. We have our three commissioners who are here with us. Elsa, hello, Andy, Matt. Just a quick thing on the commissioners. They are not going to be answering any questions tonight, just for liability reasons, but for any and all, one sec. For any and all questions you may have, there is a sheet that is going around. I don't know where they're currently at, but if you do have questions for the commissioners, as a follow-up, they are taking these to look into whatever you might be asking and follow up directly with me. So with that, am I missing anything? Okay. And what we are going to do is we are going to hold all questions till the very end. The questions will not be directed to the commissioners. They'll be specifically to the presenters. But because you snuck it in, there was one question. Yes.
I was just wondering if we could put something, other thing under the projector, so just the slides are kind of hidden behind people's heads.
Would you like to move over here this way? Because it's hard to work if we go up, there's barriers. Okay. then we'll be cutting the part of the path. Oh yeah, no worries, sorry. I tried to set up some chairs, but okay, so welcome to our first Concerned Citizens meeting of 2025. This slide deck has 87 slides, sorry about that, but we are trying to work through, as we had to the Harrison Park Plan RFP, which was a 414-page document in itself. So bear with us because we're working with that data, and again, we're not being paid to do this. The opposition, as it were, they are getting paid because they're working with these developers, the SE group, so on and so forth. So this was a slide that was presented to the commissioners, which gave them the three options that was put before them. Do nothing with Harrison Park, or put a rec center there with housing, or no rec center and housing. And the city, county should not be pursuing the development of this project directly with the developer. This is the subtopic overview. So getting right along. So this was a document put out by Lake County for an affordable housing RFP development plan. this document entails that they create economic incentives so that developers can come and, as it says, we will develop the land, but as it says, we, by way of us donating land, by way of us donating water, sewer, and municipal tap fees. Also, we transfer the land free of debt to the developer.
No. So we need to comment on that because in the papers through the state, which I got the email from her, in this document, it doesn't say anything about donating the land. So they are to charge for the land, they can give incentives and stuff, but under no circumstances does it say to give land. Another thing with that SE group, they are also working for the state of Colorado with the housing stuff, and from my understanding, they are doing work for the housing project here. Wasn't it SE group? So there's a conflict of interest there because in these documents, it states that the state thanked SE group for giving their recommendations and following through with them.
I have a couple points to add. So there are economic incentives for selecting developers. As well, it says in here that vertical construction costs are the only costs being passed on to the buyer. So both of those notions would then make one think that we are subsidizing the rest of those costs. And as Mel said, land is donated by Lake County School District and Lake County. And the local government is paying all the infrastructure costs, all the sewer, water, all the infrastructure costs, and the land is to be transferred to the developer free and clear at the time of closing.
Okay. And then also on that document, it says that pretty much the Leadville Lake County Housing Renewal Authority or whatever, they'll be working for the developer, doing escrow, looking for the buyers, title work, arranging the closing. When it closes, the developer's gonna pay the housing authority 2% closing costs for all the work that they've done. When it's normally 6% closing. So here we're giving them land, we're doing their job for them, and in return, they're gonna get 2%.
And by way of financing the developers, this whole program, the rail yard Leadville, started, got us hooked on to TIFs, tax incremental financing.
What do you mean by tax? We're gonna discuss that in a moment.
So,
I can explain it.
Yeah.
So it's, well, Paul's, yeah, Paul's probably the best one. Did you want to talk about this?
Yeah, just to
Okay.
point out, so rail yard, you know, again, I think everyone would like to see this project finished. We're already paying for it, which will explain these TIF, the tax incremental financing. And we only have phase one complete right now, as everyone I'm sure is aware. Once we do phase two, phase three, with all this growth, all this population, it seems apparent that Harrison Park will become ever more crucial to this side of the county. It's our only park on this side of the county, walkable, whatever you wanted to say. And it should be the epicenter for the parks right there. So they're advertising how this community will benefit from our park. So the tips, here it is. the TIF?
So we have Paul here with us, who is an economist and can probably explain it better than I can. I actually had to write this out just to get my thoughts coherent on the page. Should I read it and then you can?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so TIF, or tax increment financing, is a taxing mechanism whereby a developer of a building project, the owner of a business, industry, or investor group, are able to fund the project by diverting their property taxes to pay for the project. No money is ever repaid to the city or county to replace the property tax that was used to pay for the loan. In essence, TIF is a way for public officials to give a gift, a grant, to a developer with your hard-earned tax dollars and a hidden tax increase to you. LURA, or the Leadville Urban Renewal Authority, implemented tax increment financing at the rail yard for developer John Lichtenegger. Taxing districts include City of Leadville, Lake County, Leadville Sanitation, CMC, Lake County School District, and St. Vincent Hospital, which all agreed to be part of LURA. By doing so, they agreed that a portion of their tax revenue that they would have otherwise received from the Leadville rail yard property owners and others within the boundary area should instead be reallocated to LURA to honor the contract made with the developer. This agreement to diverting tax revenue can be in place for up to 25 years. The total property tax revenue lost from these taxing entities is estimated to be as high as $9 million in 25 years. And that's money that we're gonna have to cover. This in and of itself amounts to tax increases that were never agreed upon by the voting taxpayers and appears to be legalized governmental theft of a supreme magnitude.